Israel is very openly critical. They use pretty tough language, pretty feisty language, which, I'm not going to argue on that level.
I mean, they say the UN and you are anti-Semitic and pro-Hamas. They say that very openly.
Yeah, it's very hard to hear yourself be called anti-Semitic. I will fight anti-Semitism with every bone in my body, every fibre of my DNA. The key thing is, how did the conversation become suddenly about anti-Semitism in all of this? Why shouldn't we be holding Israel to the same account as every other country? How does that suddenly percolate into being some form of anti-Semitism? So look, I would say to the Israelis, come back to the UN Charter. My friend and colleague, the Israeli ambassador in New York, shredded the UN Charter quite publicly. I don't have one with me here, but I've got a UN badge on. I will stand for the UN Charter, and we must stand for it.
You mentioned accountability. The International Criminal Court is trying to have some accountability done. You were once an advisor to UK Prime Minister David Cameron. Last year, according to new reporting from Middle East Eye, Cameron, in his then role as Foreign Minister of the UK, Foreign Secretary, apparently threatened the ICC prosecutor if he dared bring charges against Israel, which of course he later did. Now, I'm not going to ask you about that because I know you're going to give me a, quote, boring answer.
Sorry.
But I will ask a broader question, which is the ICC is part of the international system, the UN system. Do you think member states should be abiding by ICC warrants, decisions, and not threatening the ICC?
Yes, unequivocally. We've got to stand for the rule of law. And one great worry in this moment when we're in a more transactional world, more nationalist, more introverted, more selfish, actually, world, less generous world, I'm conscious that over the coming years, we have got to be defending this hill. We've got to be defending international law and this international system, this scaffolding.
Which has taken a beating, you would agree, in the last 18 months. Which is taking an absolute beating. And, we're in the heat of that. We're feeling scorched by it. But this scaffolding that we built after the Second World War is there because we'd seen the worst of inhumanity. And we've recognized that the world needs those guidelines. The UN's not perfect. Far from it. And I work in it. I've been in there 6-7 months now. I know that we can be much, much better. But imagine a world without the UN now. It is a much darker, grimmer world. And we are out there trying to put those fires out. We're underfunded, we're overstretched. We're literally, as you said, under attack. We're losing our people. Yeah.
But no one's come up with a better idea for global coexistence yet.